I know this your fucking shit.
No, listen. You're stop.
I know this.
No, you don't know shit, Paul.
Fucking know
I
this.
gotta bring up Google. By the way, ooh, I'm on here. You can tell by the way I use my walk. I'm a woman's man. No time to talk. Music, love, women, born, been kicked around since I was born. It's alright. It's okay. You can look the other way. But not to understand. But I'm a man. Whether you're a mother, whether you're a brother, sister, staying alive. Staying alive.
Dude.
You totally. Staying alive.
Yeah, I was singing that to myself yesterday. I honestly, like, every day at work, I feel like I'm just gonna fucking faint and die, and it's gonna, that's...
Yeah, so you have to sing a song to keep you going?
Yeah, pretty much.
Ooh. Make sure you're talking to the mic, Paul, because that's a dangerous thing. That's a dangerous thing.
Oh, what smells?
Oh, I just farted like 4 times.
God, you fucking asshole.
Welcome to Patrick and Cerebral Paulsy,
God.
a.k.a. PCP, the only drug you'll ever need. I'm your host, Patrick Smith, joined by my handicapable co-host, Paul Smith.
It smells like ass in here.
Dude, I ripped some nasty-ass farts. I mean,
oh, God.
Judging off last week, you'd think I'd learned my lesson by ripping some nasty, like, very wet farts, but I didn't learn shit, dude.
It is awful.
I didn't learn shit, Paul.
Okay,
Did I get drunk?
right now,
I mean...
I'm about to get real up in this.
Might help me. I mean, that's not going to get me drunk.
I mean, that might get you toasty.
I don't know. I don't like drinking alone. You don't drink.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to be alcoholic, and, I need a drinking buddy. Should I drink my bang? Listen, I need to know if I need to get hyped up for this podcast. The previous to our previous was a little hype.
Well, I'm about to get real because I want to, like, address something from last week. I said that I kind of...
Oh my God, you're overthinking things, huh?
I don't think I'm overthinking.
Let's hear what you're overthinking, Paul.
Okay, no, when you mentioned the Oakland County Sheriff, the big African American dude who could probably destroy both of us.
Yeah.
I said when you were, like, afraid he was gonna shoot you, I think I called it culture appropriation, which totally is not that. I don't advocate any of that. I mean,
Paul, listen. The amount of hours, let's say, we're on our 16th podcast, so we have 16 plus hours of just us straight talking about nonsense. We're gonna say stuff that 100% we regret. Any person in the.
But, like,
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, but you can't stick. I've said this in a previous podcast. Maybe you don't remember it. I don't stick behind any words I say, and I'm malleable. Every human is malleable, and sometimes we say stupid stuff and we don't really think about it. It's a normal process. It's humanity, Paul. People make mistakes. People say stupid stuff occasionally, But to completely
somebody's gonna
criminalize every single word person says.
Someone's gonna get on the Twitter.
But yeah, I mean, this is the problem.
Oh my God, you're a fucking horrible.
But this is the thing. Like people are getting it just happened to Billie Eilish. She, like, when she was 13 years old, she had some tweets and she was kind of like doing like a little mocking Asian voice, and then I forgot what she said. But they're trying to fucking cancel her, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Okay, she was 13, years old. You can't judge someone by
she still doesn't have like a fully developed.
Yeah, and like these people are going after. I mean, like Kevin Hart, it was a different time.
Kevin Hart just doesn't give a fuck though.
Yeah, he doesn't. I mean, he makes so much money. He doesn't need to host the Oscars, but it's nice for him. Yeah. I think one of the best, because Dave Chappelle is also like phenomenal black comedian. Like, dude, these guys are killing it. Dave Chappelle.
I don't know. I saw the end of Laugh at My Pain, and he's talking about he's on the back of the horse. This guy, and. Like, he's like, I'm so small, I'm like kicking my feet.
Kicking my feet.
And the guy just keeps looking back at him. Oh, yeah. And he's like,
dude, Kevin Hart is
like, I'm fucking this guy in the ass.
He's so funny. His one special, I think it was one of his, like, his first big ones, where he's describing his son, and literally he just make a noise. He's like, he goes like, and like, dude, it just makes people fucking cry laughing. Kevin Hart's one of the funniest people ever.
Really,
but like Dave Chappelle, he's a very deep thinking comedian, and That's his realm. Where Kevin Hart's more of like the, I mean, he has some like diva jokes, but his whole presence is just hilarious. I mean, he's selling out arenas and making fucking waves of people laugh. You know, it's fucking insane. If he's like his last special, fucking insane. Not his one in this house. The one before that.
I have not seen any of Dave Chappelle's specials.
Oh, I was talking about Kevin Hart's. Dave Chappelle's his last one, Sticks and Stones, I believe.
Yeah.
It was not, it wasn't small.
Seriously funny is the standard of any stand up because it has Miss Green in it.
Miss Green.
Miss Green.
I was like, Miss Green. You gotta watch that fucking special. That's what.
If you haven't seen that, like,
Yeah,
I don't know, like, what you've done with your life to this point, but it's been a failure. I don't care what you've done; it's been a failure.
Dude, Kevin Hart's such a lovable person.
Yeah, really.
Like hands down, you meet Kevin Hart, you know he's the nicest guy you ever meet.
Yeah,
like it's hard to say anything bad. But going back to, I mean, they're trying to cancel Kevin Hart for saying stuff, you know, back 10 years ago, and everything was like things were different. I mean, you know, Barack Obama didn't support gay marriage. You know, it's not that he didn't support it; it's just he wouldn't press for it. You know.
Yeah. Well, you have to think like when he got elected into Congress, it wasn't like.
But it's what I'm trying to get at is it's crazy how much progression we've had over the last 10 years, you know, and to like vilify fucking someone over stuff they've done in the past, you know.
I mean, that's why Josh Allen probably didn't go first overall in the Browns.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah,
because
tweets he had at 15 years old that were I think racially insensitive. I don't know.
I remember you telling me about that. I didn't even know about it.
Yeah,
but I think that's what they do with every the Josh Potter show. He was kind of elaborating on it. Josh Potter, comedian, he's fucking hilarious, half blind. I told you about him a lot. He watches NFL, but before the draft was happening, he's like, dude, these news organizations literally are fucking finding like any story of these top QBs that are like 22 years old. These guys are kids. Yeah. And these news organizations are trying to find something about them to make a newsworthy headline about like, oh, this person got drunk with a 17-year-old and like there's nothing that could have happened. I don't know. I'm just making something up. But like they're trying they're trying to ruin these kids' careers before they even start. You're like, what the fuck is wrong? Like you should be propping these people up. I mean, they did some fucked up shit, you know, but like mostly they're just trying to stretch the truth.
Yeah. God, he plays for. I want to say he was traded to the Dolphins, from the Dolphins, Texans. But he was initially drafted by the Dolphins. He had a Instagram video of him smoking weed out of a gas bong. And it surfaced the day of the draft, and he dropped. I mean, everyone was projecting him.
Was it Waddle? Maybe W?
No.
Defensive end or no?
No. Oh my
God, I can't remember. Oh, you smell that?
Yeah.
Dude, it's drifting that way, dude. I'm getting right to you. Before I forget, I just want to shout out.
Yeah, that's.
Shout out Short Shorts Nation, aka Running Shorts Nation, and I got my Jurassic Park sweatshirt on because I haven't worn it. And I love Jurassic Park. Top 10 movies. Yeah. Go back to that podcast and listen to our top 10 movies.
Yeah. I want to address like the show because movies and shows actually. Two that I don't think we mentioned. Mad Men is one.
I think we did eventually mention them, but okay.
And Community.
I think we mentioned Community too.
Did we mention Community?
Yep.
Damn.
Yep.
Okay, well.
Yeah, I haven't been smoking weed like you, Paul. I got a brain here, dog.
I have been sober almost 4 weeks now.
Wow.
Almost 4 weeks now.
I'm losing my mind. Please stand up. Please stand up. It's definitely easy to stand up.
I can't stand up. I'm stuck. I'm literally stuck in this corner.
So the H3 podcast, they have a soundbite of Donald Trump saying, "Ian, please stand up." And there's a guy named Ian on their podcast, and they say, "Ian, please stand up." And so every time they go to him, they cut to him, they're like, "Ian, please stand up. Ian, please stand up." And I think the best soundbite I've ever heard is Donald Trump saying, "I'm gonna come. I'm gonna come. I'm gonna come." I want to see if I can find that. Do you wanna talk about the go off in your story.
Oh God. So I started this week because I wanted something new to watch, and not something that because I just finished Parks and Recreation again, and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna watch The Handmaid's Tale, and I've started watching The Handmaid's Tale.
I think The Handmaid's Tale is the one we didn't mention.
Yeah. Yeah. And I frankly don't know. Like, I understand why they're throwing Emmys at Elizabeth Moss. They're like, oh, he Elizabeth Moss.
Some of the best,
more Emmys.
Best acting in the show last 5 years.
Oh my God. So it's if you don't know what it is, it's basically modern society, but America gets overtaken by right-wing religious fanatics. And
based off the premise that the birth rate is dropping significantly, and the scary kind of thing is the birth rate is actually significantly dropping in mostly in developed countries, but also across the world. It's dropping by 1% a year, which is insane. But yeah, it's based off that premise.
But yeah, it is utterly insane, and they pretty much take all the women and they enslave them, and they take all the fertile women, and it's terrifying. It's terrifying, but it's so fucking relevant. It is so fucking relevant.
Yeah. One thing I wanna actually do is so I want to link, or I can link. I don't want to. I can pull this up right now, but I also want to create a fucking soundboard, because that's just the way to do it. Of just stuff we talked about, Paul.
Yeah.
But I can't literally. I literally cannot see what.
Yeah, nor can I, because I'm blind.
So I can't want to unmute something and fucking whatever.
But yeah, I've literally been obsessed with watching the show, just hoping Elizabeth Moss's character gets to get hers, and some fucking people, mostly all the men in this fictional land called Gilead, get got. They need to get got immediately, like yesterday.
Ooh.
Yeah, they need to get got. It pisses me off so much. Like, I'm just like, Jesus fucking Christ, this can never happen here, people. This is why people are like, oh, Donald Trump is not a good person to have in office. This is why. Because of this show. Because if enough people believe some other nonsense, and they have power, and they seize that power, and they decide we no longer have to believe in the rules, it's fucked. We're fucked, okay? We cannot have this. America will never change what it is. Please stop farting, Pat. I'm sorry.
Dude,
I'm sorry.
I literally have to fart again.
I'm so sorry for.
I should have shit before.
Diminishing that with telling him not to fart, but fuck, dude. What the fuck?
Paul, you can't take yourself too seriously.
It's frightening. It's so fucking scary, because it's like, this could actually fucking happen. Like, if enough powerful people are like, oh yeah, let's do this. Like, yeah, that shit could fucking happen, and terrifying.
It definitely could. I hope it doesn't. Like, I know there's a little conflict. I was just told by one of our friends about Tyler Parman. He was telling me about this whole Great Britain, or I think it's Great Britain, situation with a fucking sea or crossing or path or fucking whatever the fuck, that their ship kind of sailed through it, and then Russia did not like that and started firing warning shots and missiles at it in front of it to kind of warn them. And Great Britain's like, oh yeah, we're gonna have to use that way to come back, and so we're gonna go there. And they're like, oh well, if you do that, we're gonna fucking blow up your ship. So, you know, that might be the start of World War III, baby. We're going off to war, Paul.
I don't know. I had a person who I worked with today. He's like, China or Russia is gonna invade the United States in the next 2 years. I was like, go ahead and fucking try. I mean, honestly, that'd be a death wish for China or Russia, frankly.
Yeah, the amount of guns we have.
The
it's
amount
just
of
ridiculous.
guns we have. That's why I'm.
But we do have less people. But also the thing is, like, if we're splitting up like World War II, you know, we're gonna have the Allies versus the Axis powers.
Yes.
The Allies are fucking outnumbering. I mean, we'll have India, which is they're gonna cancel out pretty much, you know, the numbers of China. Russia, I don't know the fucking population of Russia.
We're gonna have Great Britain.
Yeah.
We're gonna have Japan.
Yeah, we're gonna have Japan. I mean, a lot of them are like, you know, pillow fucking like dudes now. It's fine. They're not the samurais they were in World War One and Two. I mean, they're different culture, but technology wise, they're gonna be superior on all fronts. Australia, New Zealand, fucking phenomenal.
I would argue their technology could rival that Germany. Germany would be on.
Yeah.
I would like to see a collaboration.
Unless Germany wants to be, you know, wants to try that Fifth Reich or whatever the fuck. I don't know. No, I don't know. I'm just joking. Oh, but yeah, I don't like think about it. I hope we don't go to World War. As much as I think like, hey, this is not going to happen because it's strategically it's just not good for any like country really to go to war. And I thought
especially with the looming like crisis like financially, like it seems like we're gonna have a burst. Like
but also like if we have a financial crisis, it might be a incentive to start a war. You know, like oh god, dude. I mean, Paul, listen, let's be realistic here. You're going to be chilling. You're going to be propped up.
I don't know about
You're going to have a nice factory job with the women. And Paul's going to be slinging your dick towards the women and be like, hey, what's up, ladies? And you're going to be the only dude around, you know. And
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I don't deserve the women.
But, you know, you're going to
women are far better and far more. This is why women should run everything. Like, I firmly believe, and this is one other point that I want to go back to Handmaid's Tale. This wouldn't happen if women ran everything. Women should run everything.
I don't know. Some women are cunts.
Yeah, some are,
women, but like, some men are cunts too. I mean, like, let's be real.
Oh my God.
A lot of people are cunts. I don't think you can say women or men. I think it's the right people.
Most women.
The right people.
Yes.
Because there are some intelligent fucking women and there are some intelligent men that should be running shit. It's like you can't just say by gender.
Well, I'm saying there are not enough women in positions of power.
Indeed, I believe that as well. I mean,
like we need
vastly more. The one thing I noticed in elementary school, and I kind of followed this through all of schooling, you know, all my schooling. At least I'm like, dude, all these women are way more intelligent than me. Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Yeah. I'm like, dudes are fucking retarded.
Dudes are fucking retarded. I mean,
excuse my language, you know.
Half of our thinking comes with our fucking dick. It's awful.
Yeah, I mean that's really our first thought process. I think you know, Game of Thrones showed eunuchs, you know, really know what's up. But yeah. So did you hear about this Carl Nassib thing?
Yes, I did.
Shout out Carl Nassib. It's very I mean, I think there's gonna be a lot more, you know.
No, I'm pretty sure, but I'm not entirely sure. He's dude from Hard Knocks, Compound Interest.
Right? Oh,
Compound
dude,
Interest.
I knew like he looks so familiar.
Compound Interest, bro. It's like
he's a good looking feller. I'm not gonna no lie, Paul. Paul, you definitely bang him. Don't lie.
He's a handsome man. I will say that he's a handsome man.
Hold on, I'm gonna pull him up. I want everyone to see how handsome this dude is. How did I do it? Oh, I think I figured. Oh, no.
I love that he was a team captain for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Okay.
Just saying.
Wow. Oh my god. It took forever, dude. Yeah, so there he is. He's a handsome looking feller.
Love that he was a team captain with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Heck yeah.
He was with them. But yeah,
he's yoked too. Jesus Christ.
He's 28. Been in the NFL since 2015. He went to Penn State.
You know what's crazy about gay dudes is they're always fucking yoked. I mean, like, not every single gay dude. I can't generalize, but like there's a specific realm of gay dudes that just hit the gym like fucking insane, dude.
Yeah,
they're like, fucking, I gotta look good, dude. they're like.
I mean, I think you are generalizing.
But I mean, realistically, how many gay guys have you seen that are just fucking yoked? Like, just I don't know. Let me say it like this: there's a gay community that hits the gym fucking really hard.
I wouldn't disagree with that at all.
Hits the gym hard as fuck.
Yeah,
he's yoked. Shout out to him. It's hard. I can understand how hard it would be to come out to a a locker room full of pretty much straight men.
Yeah.
You can't. I don't want to say all of them are straight. I guarantee there's definitely some sheep and wolf I can't even say wolf right now. Wolf.
Yeah,
wolf. There's words I can't say. But there's definitely some wolves in sheep clothing in the NFL.
It makes it sound dangerous.
Yeah, but I think there's some. Okay, let's be realistic. No one's 100% anything. No 100% straight, 100% gay. You can disagree. You could disagree. The manliest men.
I don't disagree at all.
Yeah,
that was a spectrum.
Yeah. So I mean, there's definitely some guys that are over 50%. If we're looking at a 0 to 100%, there's some guys over 50%. They're like, yeah, definitely bang a dude, and they just, they don't have the balls. But this also kind of helps his career, I guess, later, because I mean, he's not really a huge known name.
But he's pretty good.
Yeah,
he really is.
He's one of those like workhorses.
Yeah, he's a contributor. He's a guy who's gonna work hard and sets an example for young players.
Is he a defensive end?
Yes.
Yeah. Interesting.
I mean, he's kind of one of those tweeners that you may put a linebacker, but he's. Actually, I think he could play linebacker.
He looks pretty fucking skinny to me.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think he's converted to defensive end.
But crazy times.
Yeah.
Really.
He does address this. He's like, one day I want this not to be a big deal.
Yeah.
And like,
I mean, one day it will.
It
won't be a big deal.
It won't be.
That's just...
One day. If we survive past the next 20 years.
Yeah, past the next World War that we're going into. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, dude, you know what's crazy? We might. Okay, think about this. So we had the Spanish flu in the 1920s, right?
Yeah.
And then the 1930-ish, around the beginning of it, we had the Great Depression. 1940-ish, we had World War II. What happens if we follow that same trajectory? So we have COVID, 1920s. We have a Great Depression after the bubble pops in the 1930s. Then we have a World War III in the 1940s. Or 2040s.
Like 50.
Yeah.
I didn't ever expect to ever be 50. I've never.
Yeah. We're supposed to die young.
Oh.
It's so crazy. It's so crazy.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you gotta. It's very weird to, like, if you don't think about. I don't know. Josh Barnett, he's a former UFC heavyweight champion.
Yeah.
He's a very intelligent person. Very intelligent. But like, when you hear him talk, you're like, wow, this guy actually cage fought.
PJ Subban?
Yes.
Yeah. He has that man is extremely intelligent and is going to be on television, like, being he could be honestly a play-by-play for hockey.
Yeah.
If he wanted to. But I mean, a color commentator for hockey. He just has a perfect voice, and like, he was on ESPN, and I was like, oh my god, PJ Subban he's perfect for this. He literally is.
He's like one. I don't think he's definitely not the first African American dude.
No, but he's one of the few.
Is it insensitive to say black person? Because listen. No. Let me just listen.
I think it is in like certain.
Like, derogatorily, that's a word.
Yeah.
But like, okay, this white dude over here,
Yeah.
And I mean, like, I'd consider you, hey, Paul's a white dude. Like, it's just like, oh, it's a black dude. Anytime I say a black guy, I mean, I wouldn't mean it in a derogatory sense.
I just say African American, but like, what if they're not like?
Yeah, I mean, there's other.
What if they were like? What if they like migrated from like Nigeria?
Well, this is the African continent, Paul.
Yeah. But like, what I'm saying is like they were born in like Nigeria.
Nigeria, not in Africa, right?
Yes, but what an African American is someone who was born
Oh,
Get
I get
American.
what you're saying. I think they're referring to the heritage.
Oh,
So their
okay.
great ancestors
but
came from, like, our great ancestors came from Ireland or wherever the fuck, Dutch, I don't know. Dutch is the language. Holland is Holland the place? I don't fucking know.
I don't know.
We're so stupid.
Yeah.
We're so fucking stupid.
I don't know why you'd be listening to this.
Yeah,
you could be doing other things right now.
We're such fucking idiots.
You could be reading like a medical book and.
Paul, you know what? I think we should stop saying the R word. You know, we said it once in this podcast, both of us.
We said it once.
Yes, yeah. But that's one of those things, you know, a different time. Back in 2008, completely fine to say.
Yeah.
Not really like, you know, like a business, but like everyone, you know, kind of said it. And now it's more of like along the lines of saying something, you know, very not endearing.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, but
I mean,
because I'm stupid. I was about to say the word, Paul. Insensitive. Yes, very insensitive. But you know, I think we can move past it. But the thing is, with this happened in the Soviet Union, but with censoring language, it's a pretty scary thing, because I'm not saying that, oh, hey, you shouldn't say it, you know, but saying like fuck. Sorry, it's hard to get this thought out. But where does the ball stop rolling? That's the where. When do we get to the place where we can't even say the word fuck? You know, when can't, like, language is such a beautiful thing. You know, poets exist for a reason. You know, there's art in language, and to not be able to say stuff, you know, like, oh, hey, you can't say height because that's whatever. You know, like height insensitive, right? And then you can't even say that. Like, where does the ball stop rolling? And, like, you know, it's a very scary thing.
When does PC become too PC?
Exactly. And yeah, I don't know. You just,
and that is a good question. I mean, I am happier to live in this society than I would be 20, 30 years ago, because I mean, like, when I was young, they put me in a box and they said, this is what you are. This is what you can learn. This is all you are. This is all you'll ever be, and you can't be anything more than this. And that's it. And I never really liked that concept, because it doesn't really explain, like, who I am. It doesn't. It's not who I am. I'm not somebody who's just gonna be this. And because you say, hey, you have this brain disease, you're absolutely fucked for the rest of your life. You don't get to expand your horizons. You can't do that. You're not capable of it. I don't want anyone putting limitations on anyone in this world. Being someone who has had limitations put on them, it is really disheartening to see that from people. But, like, at the point that we are now, like, people can't say things that are not necessarily derogatory towards other people. Really just at will. And I'm not saying that it's okay to say, like, black, because I don't know. We don't know. We're two white people. But, like, we wouldn't use that derogatory. I mean, at least not consciously.
No. I don't know.
Frankly, I don't even think I'm conscious derogatorily.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, it's a black dude, it's a white dude. Like, look at the Asian dude over there. It's pretty. I think it's. I mean, to kind of look at, it's like easy to, like, pick out race, you know, like as a visual concept, to be able to pick out a person when not knowing that person, be like, hey, yo, it's Mark over there, you know. So if you know Mark, you can say, hey, it's like, look at Mark over there. But, you know, like, if you don't know the person, you know, hey, look at that motherfucker over there. You know, like, what motherfucker? You know, you have to describe, like, all their shirts now. Like, you can't describe the skin tone. It's fucking a skin color.
Yeah.
Like, what? Maybe a little different facial features, I guess.
Yeah, like, I wouldn't be offended if somebody, like, I was just standing there and I'm like, oh, there are something over there by that crippled dude. Like, oh, yeah. I am a crippled dude.
That scrubby looking motherfucker over there. Look at that scrubby motherfucker.
Thank you.
Yes,
I was told by a coworker that I look good today, which I was really.
You have the hat on. I think you do look good with a hat, but I mean, you got the little scrubby hair. You need to trim the your mustache is growing over your lip.
It's
But yeah,
bad.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, really, being racist is fucking. It's just really weird to me.
Yeah.
You know. I mean, I think the best way to describe it is like, it's not. I can't. I don't want to like say anything that's like, oh hey, this guy's racist, because I'm not racist. I don't like. There's people I don't like because they're bad people, you know. And if you're a shitty person, I don't like you.
Yeah.
You know, you can be fucking whatever skin color. If you're a fucking asshole, I'm not gonna like you. But if you're a good person, you're a good fucking person. That simple. I think that's how simple life should be. But everyone wants to overcomplicate things. Oh, it's fucking insane, dude. Shout out my black ladies. I mean, gonna get that.
Yeah. It was actually really nice. Like I was
trying to get the black ladies. I like.
I would be
Yeah, but
very happy.
The thing is, they have some fat asses. I know I'm kind of generalizing here, but some fat motherfucking asses. I'm like, I only got a shrimp dick, so I could probably puncture the surface, but I'm not beating the walls, dude. I'm beating the walls, not beating the back end. I don't know what the fucking saying is, but fuck, man. The black ladies.
But I mean, all women are beautiful. I think all women are beautiful in like any in certain facets. It might not be like I'm not physically beautiful. Like I'm not physically beautiful. I'm not. But I think there are aspects to people. There are things like that they like or that they do that you can truly find beautiful about them. And I think that
I'm trying to think of a race I wouldn't like. Actually, I don't think there is one. I mean, like there's everyone has like an Asian spree, for a little bit of time, and then
Oh, Asian is very nice. Very.
Yeah, we can talk about some, the big old Asian titties. I mean, that's pretty insane.
I seldom see.
Yeah, but it's I don't know. I went on a little spree when I was younger. I mean, I'm trying to think what Latinos. I mean, fuck, God, ridiculously, fucking mixed people are some of the most attractive people in the world. I think that's a good indication that racism shouldn't exist, because I mean, you got these fucking mixed babies that are looking like, dude, they're looking so fine, just fucking actually beautiful human beings, and I mean, one day we are gonna all collaborate into we're gonna be like every fucking goddamn race combined, like every human kind of, and so there won't be separate races. Maybe there'll be some purebreds, Maybe, I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Like in Harry Potter.
Yes, and like Harry Potter. I've been seeing a lot of Harry Potter memes after I watched Harry Potter. Yeah. We can save our Harry Potter talk. I want to.
Yeah, let's save that.
We might have some special guests who some Harry Potter fans.
Oh yeah. We could just literally.
Harry Potter's such a good fucking series.
I cannot believe I cannot believe it took him this long to watch it.
I mean, I watched it once before.
Yeah,
I just haven't watched it concurrently.
Yes, but
like the first movie, we were their age when it came. We were younger.
Yeah, we were actually younger.
We were younger than them when the first movies came out.
They were 4 years older than them.
And they look like, I'm like,
actually.
And it's so weird because I remember watching the first movie and I'm like, Harry looks a little older than me, and like you kind of could tell Harry's just a little older. And I was like, and then Ron's brothers, they were like a few years older than them, and I was like, oh my god, those guys are so big, they're huge, they're like middle schoolers. Oh my god, they're so. And now looking at them watching the first movie, I'm like, those kids. They're little babies. They're just little babies, dude. They're little babies. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Insane.
It really is. Fucking time. Just a shit thing.
Yeah, fuck. Why can't I think of his name right now? Pudgy Kid. Oh, fuck. What the fuck? I can't remember his name. You know who I'm talking about.
Yes, his cousin, Dudley.
Dudley. Yeah, he thinned out. He's a very attractive person.
He
met his wife at a Harry Potter convention type thing.
That is pretty awesome. Right?
Yeah, he was a huge fan. But yeah, I mean he He went from the Gumpy looking.
Yeah, so did Neville on bottom.
Neville. That's that Neville who's I'm thinking of. I don't know who the fuck
Neville,
you're
who's
talking about.
because you were talking about the Queen's Gambit, that one.
Oh yeah, the Queen's Gambit. So they had the one guy who's skinny who
Neville on bottom is who you were initially talking about.
Yeah, I was talking about Neville Longbottom, and he thinned out and then he met his wife.
Yeah.
And then who were you talking about?
I was talking about Dudley, who was in the Queen's Gambit, and he lost a lot of weight and
Lost a lot of weight, thinned out. His teeth were he's the one with the weird teeth, and he fixes them over time, and he has sex with the main character whenever. I'm just giving you context. I mean, that's a great series if you haven't watched it. That maybe another one we didn't mention.
Yeah, the Queen. Oh my God.
The Queen's Gambit. It's just such a good. There's just such a good, randomly good series.
Yeah, they really are. Golden Age of television.
So recently we had actually it's today. We're recording on a Friday, and we had the UFO documents or UAP documents released. I got the cliff notes of them pretty much. From what I understand, is there are a lot more incidents that public really didn't know about. The Navy's been keeping track of these things. Kind of, they're able to perform, movements that aren't capable of, anything we can do.
Yeah,
allegedly, from what we're releasing, but I guarantee it's not us because the movement's just crazy. But we don't know what
they said. They can confirm UFOs, but no aliens, which I just
UAPs. It's called UAP, unidentified aerial phenomenon.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, they changed up the name on it, but it's a UFO. But UAP is the new term. But yeah, they can't confirm aliens, but maybe those are unmanned drones, or whatever. And I mean that's the way to do it. If you're an alien species, you're not going to send actual people there. You're going to send drones.
Yeah, I just recently watched all the Marvel movies, and that reminds me of Guardians of the Galaxy 2, where they're on the planet where they're protecting the batteries initially, and they send unmanned drones, unmanned ships. They like a remote control video game type of thing.
Yeah,
that could be very similar to what they're doing.
Yeah. No, that's what a lot of people are speculating. Because right now, what do we have the deepest in space is unmanned drones. We're flying helicopters on Mars right now.
Yeah. Oh my.
No, but yeah, we have unmanned drones, and we're not sending humans out there. But I think if they have if the aliens have this technology to get to us, and we don't know where they are, I think they could probably send their alien species.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I mean, it's pretty much that we see these things out there. It's I
tried to pull it closer, and I was like, oh, it hit my lip. I'm just gonna.
Very good. But yeah, they pretty much said we know we have these things out here. We don't know what they are. We don't know how they're moving like they are moving, and yeah, we're gonna need more money to kind of figure out what the fuck these things are, and that's pretty much it. And it's kind of everything we knew already, But the government kind of releasing, hey, there's some shit out here. We don't know what the fuck it is. It's pretty concerning.
Oh yeah, very concerning.
Reality's fucking weird, dude.
It is weird.
I think the Matrix. I mean, you might be in the fucking Matrix, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I'm convinced this is hell now because every day is kind of hell for me. It's just.
Stop.
It really is.
There's this guy who was going viral on TikTok. I think it's most likely bullshit. But he's making videos and he's saying he's stuck in the year 2027, and I mean, okay, so this sounds like bullshit, and it really it's so hard to believe, but there's so much in me that wants to believe this guy is actually in 2027. But he's in Spain, and he's showing places that are very heavily populated, even during COVID times when the hardest lockdowns were happening. Yeah. He's filming these places, and he's going to certain places. He went to a soccer arena, completely empty. He got into some crazy places. I believe this is complete bullshit because they ask him to go to the police station, and he has keys to the police station and gets in it. But okay, if you're believing this, you probably shouldn't. But You probably shouldn't, because it's whatever. He doesn't show his face. That's what first making me like, okay, this guy's not fucking real. If you shoot his face and he's like, hey, this is me. I'm not in your reality. I'm in a different reality right now, but I'm able to post to TikTok. Everything is working. But why the reason why it kind of hits home with me is that we do have, I mean, it's not confirmed, but the parallel universe theory is that we have universe stacked on top of each other that are almost very similar. There's ones where I don't move the mic like this.
Yeah.
And then there's ones where I move the mic like this, or just like keep it.
It's interesting to think about, because
there's that little differential.
What if you pulled to a four-way go, have the ability to turn right or left or go straight, or rather, if you have the ability to go straight, right, or left, it's not a four-way go, but like, what if you took a right?
You have three possibilities.
Three possibilities.
Yeah. But technically, you'd even have four if you want to just turn around.
If you want to just turn around.
Go down the same road. So yeah, well, it's four-way.
But who's to say that in one of those realities, let's say in this reality that we're living in, you go straight. You go straight. And in another reality, you decide, I'm going to go right. In another reality, you decide, I'm going to go left. What happens when you go right? What happens when you go left? What happens when you go straight? What are the differences? Well, they might be minute, or they might be life-changing.
You're saying it's the butterfly effect. You're explaining the butterfly effect. If butterfly flaps its wings, it can completely change the reality of something. So that's saying time travel is a thing. So if you even make the slightest adjustment to something, you know, if I move this like that, and then I spend that time having to move this, and then I could have gotten in a car accident in that time, you know.
Yeah.
Like what's the chances of people getting in the car accident, you know? Like, oh, hey, if the person left their house 1 minute later, they wouldn't have been in a car accident and died, you know? It's those little, yeah, and I mean, and the whole theory is based around just the slightest fucking thing of a butterfly flapping its wings could change the whole course of human history, which is completely reasonable, you know, because they're like, who says like there's not a Hitler out there, and you know, he steps on a banana peel and slips and dies, but what happens if that person didn't throw the banana peel on the ground or something, like, you know, like you get what I'm saying.
It's like Love, Death and Robots, like multiple Hitler.
Such a good show. Watch Love. Have you seen season 2 yet?
No, I've not.
It's very quick because it's 8 episodes and they're like 16 minutes apiece.
Yeah, I'm finishing, bro. I'm so obsessed. Handmaid's Tale, because I want to see these people get got.
I haven't finished the last season that just came out because I was literally caught up to episodes, so I haven't watched the last like 2.
I got up,
or maybe it's only been 1.
I'm on midway for the 3rd, I believe.
Yeah, there's some heavy stuff and some crazy stuff.
Yeah,
happens.
there's some. Oh my God.
It's such a fucking heavy show. You know? Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's very. I don't know. Being handicapable. Do you have the fear of like ever getting like beaten up? You know, it's like women are constant fear of men just raping them, and I mean I understand why. Being hearing the fucking horror stories.
Yeah.
But like I've never had a fear where I'm like, oh, like if someone has a gun, that's like even then I'm like I'm just so stupid. I'm like, oh, that's not a fear for me. You know, I can just fucking run at this person. I'm not gonna shoot. But you know. Being a woman, I can imagine how fucking just like fearful it is.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I think because I'm like a bigger guy, like I'm not necessarily afraid, but I'm still afraid. Like I know that there are majority of the population probably kick my ass.
Yeah, they're. Oh, Jesus. Sorry, I mean this is keeping me from having this shit, Paul. Oh, I don't have to take an emergency poo.
What are we at right now?
You subjected I can't see, Paul. You're closer to the screen, dude.
Dude, I can't see anything.
I can't see anything.
Where is it?
All right, see the mouse right now?
Yeah.
It's right here. You don't see it, the red?
I can't read numbers. Like, I'm blind as fuck.
Like I almost can read it out right now, and it looks like 41. If I'm right on this, I'm gonna check this later. Just watch this, and if I'm right on that, Paul, we need to get you through the eye doctor ASAP.
Yeah,
but you need to really go to the eye doctor so we can get you a fucking license, so you don't have to fucking drive you everywhere, Paul. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But I mean,
I don't like being your chauffeur, dude. It's not cool, Paul. It's just not cool. You don't pay me enough money, dude.
I know.
You don't pay me enough. You don't tip me at all. Paul's never tipped me once. Cancel Paul. He's never tipped me once.
Yeah,
fucking
you probably should.
Treats the peasants like that's ridiculous.
But man, I mean, we discussed this, like, I think it was a couple weeks ago. Just the difference between men and women, like, and they show it in Master of None when Arnold and Deborah are walking home compared to when I think his name is Liz.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Is walking home, and I mean, I feel so bad for women because they've been suppressed for so long, and like, you get, again, going back to you get put in a box. I understand you ladies. You got put in a box, and you're like, fuck this box. It's a horrible box. Get me out of this box. I'm so much better than this. And there are so many women out there that are much more intelligent than us. Two imbeciles that are talking to you right now. And, you know, God be good. Hopefully we'll have one on relatively soon to just run circles around our intelligence and or lack thereof, frankly, and show that females are the superior race that have been suppressed by us gorillas.
Yeah, I don't think you can either say one gender or the others or any gender is superior to any, because I don't know. Generally, I don't think that's the case, but I do think this. I mean, the last few years have been a turning point, and I think we're still in that turning point where it's just getting more profound. I mean, the whole Me Too movement was kind of a power movement of saying, "Hey, we're not fucking keeping up with this. We're not putting up with this fucking bullshit anymore." And, but I mean, I'm 100% down if I can get into a movie where I'm making like 100 mil, not 100 mil, I'm like $1 million, and I had to fuck some old lady, I'm down. So old ladies that want to cast me in a movie, if I can make $1 million, because I want to be a millionaire, just a millionaire, Paul. I'm not trying to go for $1 billion. I'm not trying to be an asshole billionaire, But I mean, just cast me in a movie as a fat, toad-looking dude. I want to get Harvey Weinstein, No, that Joe Rogan bit. Okay, so Joe Rogan has this comedy bit. He's like, if Harvey Weinstein did what he did to one of my daughters, I would beat that man to death. But if Harvino Weinstein did that to my son, I'd say, you're Batman. something along those lines.
Batman, what?
Congratulations, you're Batman.
I think I remember this. He's like, you gotta go down there and eat that pussy. Like, yeah.
I mean, like, I wouldn't give a fuck.
Yeah, there is a double standard when it comes to that. But like, I mean, you don't often see that. That's the thing, though.
Yeah.
I feel so bad for it. It's a terrifying world still now, with everything that how we progress. It's still terrifying now, and that's another thing that Handmaid's Tale talks about, discusses, and kind of throws in your fucking face. And oh god, it's so hard to watch. It really is so fucking hard to watch sometimes, because it's just like oh god.
Well, Paul, I think it's getting a lot better, and
it is getting a lot better. I'm very grateful for that, and I imagine many women are as well. But I mean, I don't want to say I feel you, because I don't I understand, but I don't understand.
But okay, the thing is, like, I'm not saying it's there's so many other groups out there that are also suffering, and there's turning points that are happening as well. I mean, we're just focusing on one, but like the Black community, literally, I do believe this, and some people will argue, but I believe that since slavery happened and since discrimination has happened.
Yeah.
I mean, they have been financially behind any white person, I want to say, or even Asians. I mean, Asians are killing it nowadays. Asians are actually killing it.
Well,
doing a fucking phenomenal job.
I think setting that standard for them, and if they don't like achieve beyond what is considered, above average, it kind of be a double-edged sword, I guess.
I get what you're saying.
It's just if we make their standards so much higher,
Well, yeah, I mean, universities have already done that.
Yeah,
and to get into Harvard, I mean, they're not accepting Asian people. Like they're only selecting a certain amount of Asian people, because if they selected every single person just based off their merit alone and not their skin color, it would be 90% Asian, because they're just. I mean, it's just the fundamental belief, I believe. I think Japan is one of the schooling is just far superior to anything in the United States with public schooling.
I mean, we only spend 2% of our annual budget on schools. Well, imagine if we doubled that. Imagine if we doubled.
We can take some away from this military budget. Jesus Christ, we don't. I do not believe we need to be the world police here. I mean, why are we spending so much fucking money? Okay, listen, we have the highest GDP, which. Yeah. So we're spending the most money, but we don't have the highest population or anything. I mean, fuck, dude, I don't know. It's so complex. But to spend as much money, we're nearing $1 trillion a year on the military, and I don't think enough of it is going towards the right things, and we're overspending, on parts and stuff like that. It's just as ineffective as healthcare in the United States.
Yeah.
So. I want to touch on this, but yeah, it's just imagine if we take some of that away and put it towards education. Fuck, how many people are think about this, Paul. We're I'm not saying we're the fucking most intelligent. I'm not saying we're fucking, but we're vastly ahead of a lot of people in this fucking country.
But
there's a lot of illiterate people in this country, which is sad. How is that possible?
Yeah, because we've always had that idea, that belief that we can be better, that we are.
But no, we also had a great schooling system. I mean,
we did, but it has diminished quite significantly. Because frankly, they don't pay teachers enough. I mean,
yeah, and who
wants to work for $40,000?
I mean, okay, a teaching job is actually. I mean, if I was thinking about it, teaching is fucking amazing. You get all the fucking holidays off that the kids get off. You get a 3-month fucking summer vacation all paid for. That's pretty top notch. But you're not making enough fucking money.
No.
And then you have to use your own money for fucking supplies for your class, which is bullshit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then you want to incentivize these teachers that actually want to teach these kids what the fuck they need to learn. And also, we have standardized testing, which is stupid because some kids don't learn that way, and other kids do. You have to kind of understand that. I mean, there should be psychology.
I'm an auditory learner. If I hear something, I can remember it.
I'm a visual learner. I cannot pick up anything unless it is drawn in front of me, and I'm like, oh, that makes sense. Because I literally can't. I can't figure out math. Again, mental math is
going back to the box. They put you in a box. Schooling is so fucked up. They put you in a box and they say, "This is how you learn. This is what you can learn, and this is what you're capable."
And it's one template for every single student, where it needs to be individual templates, and these students need to be separated into how they can learn.
Because everybody can achieve more. Everyone can be intelligent. They don't have the.
I think
the will sometimes, but sometimes the right people around them teaching them the way they need to learn.
Yes, no, I completely agree. It's fucked.
It is. It truly is.
Yeah, and I mean, there's some teachers. I had my high school or my senior year English teacher. He literally just was able to get through my stupid mind to like actually. I'm like, oh, I want to actually like kind of learn something.
Yeah.
Like that's when I was like English made sense. Like math has always made sense to me. Like I always had great math teachers. All 4 years in high school, phenomenal math teachers, phenomenal. I mean, the best of the best. I luckily had the same sophomore and junior year. Same math teacher was her first year, my junior year, and she came across as brutish first.
Sophomore year.
Sophomore year was at first, but she came across as brutish because she didn't know how to handle kids.
Yeah.
And she kind of leaned into it a little bit and then calmed down. But just easily just penetrated my stupid mind so I could learn, And if I didn't have those teachers, maybe I don't understand math as well, Maybe I don't ace fucking every fucking math class I fucking had except for senior year because I didn't try.
You didn't.
Woo! I Kobe that shit.
I felt so bad because like you had one of my teachers my sophomore year because I had essentials, which is essentially a class to help with like algebra or geometry or whatever, like a more personalized, and that really did help. I mean, I learned algebra because of her, and he just kind of wasted away in her class, and I felt
she taught me really well. I mean, I understood everything when I came to class, except I didn't show up to class a lot. That was the best part-time student she had. I fucking passed though, dude. I'm
God.
I'm pretty sure I had the ace.
It was like
ace my final and easily I just studied.
I mean, I swear it was like every week you missed a day of school.
Yeah. There was one week when I completely missed a week, and then I get to school and I'm actually sick, and I'm like I left like early, and I was like, should I swing by her class and just grab what I need? And I was like, nah. And then she's like, hey Patrick, nice for you to actually show up to class. I was like, oh, thanks.
No, thanks. Like, she's such a sweet.
No,
lady,
but she really is. She really is. I didn't have any things. I mean,
You're a butt. You're a butt.
She didn't hate me or anything. She was just like, what? I mean, you'd do so well if you just showed up to class. I'm like, I know, but I mean, it's just so boring.
It's so boring.
So boring. School sucked. I mean, like
school did suck.
Yeah, I mean, like just sitting in the class like that for like, how long were our classes?
When we had blocks, they were 90, and when we had all of our classes, it was about a 50-minute.
Yeah, I think was it more? Was it 90?
It might have been more. Honest.
It may have been. I don't know.
Hour
and 30 minutes. Was that the longest class?
Yeah, because I mean, I remember my senior year, I'd get in there. And
we'd have 4 classes a day, right? And
30 minutes for lunch, which is ridiculous because the fucking lunch lines are like back the fuck up, and it's what
the fuck are you supposed to do?
Yeah. Where you can get the good shit. Fucking
there's like the just the plain shitty lunch food, and then there's like the fucking good line, and I had double lines, and the ladies are just like they're working their asses off. I feel for the lunch ladies.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they fucking. Like they got fucking booted out. That's also something that sucks. Bus drivers, the cafeteria ladies, the janitorial squad, they all got fucking replaced by fucking these companies that pay their employees a lot less. Yeah. It's so fucked up.
It is.
Because guess what? No fucking money. It's fucked. It's so fucked. Anyway, so I watched this video. This Indian doctor and this British doctor. We're looking at bills, medical bills from patients in the United States.
Yeah.
And they were guessing the prices of certain things. And, there was some stuff they were like, okay, like, I'm going to guess it's like this much. And they got it kind of right. But then there's stuff like they have like a CT scan, which is a CT scan, just to see what's going on.
Yeah.
I think the Indian doctor's like, I'm just going to shoot it up. I'm going to say $3,000. And then the British doctor's like, I'm gonna say like $1,000 for the CT scan, and then they pull it up $98,000 for one CT scan. They're like, what the? Did this person just buy that machine? What? What? And it just shows the ridiculousness of insurance companies nowadays. I mean, people are literally moving states because some states have a capped insulin and some states don't have capped insulin.
Yeah, dude, like literally they're not holding these. There are people who need insulin that can't get it, so they go to Mexico because they can get the insulin for much cheaper than they would be
in the United States, and we have the highest fucking the best. It's the most flawed fucking healthcare system, and this is a bipartisan agreement that our healthcare system is fucked.
Yeah,
fucked.
It really is.
I mean, the Democrats want to they want a free healthcare system, more so like the British healthcare system, like the NSH, or I don't know the exact word, but it's mostly free and it's government based. And the conservatives want a free market where they eliminate insurance companies and it's just based off of who has the lowest price, which I can see both kind of working. I'm more in favor of the government thing, but also government is ineffective at doing its job.
Yeah, it really
Let's
is.
be realistic. They're very ineffective. They're great at spending money, a bunch of money for something that's not gonna pan out in the correct way. But I mean, fuck, very ineffective.
We need the right people in the right positions.
Yeah.
To succeed. I mean, honestly, we don't have often the right people in the right position.
The thing about the January 6th, I don't condone anything that happened on January 6th, but there's a bunch of people that, and I think this is also a bipartisan thing, is that they believe that people in power right now shouldn't be in power and they're not doing the best for every American, and that's the truth. I mean,
I think that's something we can all agree with.
Yeah, I mean, there are some
people in power that are not doing the best for us, for the general population.
Yeah, they're doing it for their own
self-interest.
Yeah, I mean they're getting paid by these special interest groups to vote a certain way on a bill that was proposed by them because these special interest groups, lobbied them to actually create this bill so these corporations that are making billions of dollars a year can pass more legislation to fuck over every single normal American.
Yeah,
creating inflation and
And then you see, like, we spoke about this last week, but there's a mass exodus in jobs. Like where I'm working right now, we're losing like 80% of our management staff over the course of the next 2 months. I mean, we've lost 2 managers this month, and we're losing 2 managers in the next several months. And like we're unable to hire people in because nobody wants these jobs, because literally we can't afford to pay, because larger corporations can pay a whole lot more for these people, but they don't want that because people want to be lazy. And there is a point that these large corporations make, that people are lazy and would rather sit home. And I'm off on a tangent right now, but basically I think that there aren't enough people that want to contribute to society and do something to help everyone else. And I think that if we as a society stick together and say, let's hold these people accountable for what they do, what they say, what they, vote on, and get the right people in power who are going to do the right things, no matter what, I think we'll be far better off. But right now, the system that we have is not working. Like, the filibuster is fucking everything up. It really is, because the fact that you need 60 votes in the Senate to pass legislation is just utterly ridiculous. And the fact that there is voter suppression being passed in the states all throughout the Southeast is just utterly ridiculous right now, because
I mean, it's just they want another Georgia election kind of happening. Whatever. It's
I went off on a tangent, but
I think there's
my train of thought. But
I mean, we're just kind of talking about this. In 25 to 50 years, how many jobs are not going to be available? How many people are going to be out of work that literally cannot find a job? And what are we going to do with these people?
Yeah,
It's fucked. It's fucked to think about.
I think I mentioned this last week. It's gonna get to a point where you're going to be trained for the job that you're gonna get.
Yeah,
specifically for that job.
Yeah, from a young age to
and that's where these colleges are going wrong. It's like, would you want to have this degree and be $200,000 to $1 million in debt?
This is not worth it. I mean,
we're unable to get houses. I mean, like,
yeah, no, our generation. Okay, I think it's 60% of millennials are living with their parents. 60%. That's the highest generation ever. And I think it's only getting higher with Gen Z. You know, it's only gonna be higher with Gen Z.
Yeah.
It's because literally our generations don't have enough money. Like there's a certain amount of people that have like a family wealth where they can actually make money. You know, like they're able to, like, their parents were able to afford college, get them through college, so they have no student debt, and they're able to just make money and actually buy a home for themselves. But there's a lot of people that don't have that. They don't have that option, you know, and it's just leading to, you know, I mean, it's kind of similar to Italy, you know. But Italy's more of like a family based thing. Like they want to stick the families together. But like you have like 4 generations of a family in one home, right?
Yeah,
and I think we're kind of leaning more towards that instead of. I mean, there's how many homes have been built in the last year? There's a fucking huge financial bubble that's been created, a housing bubble, and it's going to pop. I don't understand.
Yeah,
people are
I mean, and people don't even mention like car loans, which are just utterly fucked.
Okay,
it's when if we have housing loans, car loans, and just Wall Street in general. I mean, dude, we are on pace to Great Depression 2.0.
Yep.
I mean,
most cars are unaffordable. Basic, like you know, first we can't produce enough cars right now because we're having a chip shortage.
Yeah.
And used cars are going for ridiculous prices. I mean, almost the cost of like where the new cars were.
Like the dealership is trying to my mom drives a Kia Forte.
Yeah. But the thing, okay. So they're calling to try to like get her to buy it so she can buy another car, and you know that's just locking in the higher rate. But yeah, it's also, I mean, they do that so they can get another sale in the books, and they get another sale off the used car.
But I've heard like of the trying to get these cars for cheap and then sell them at exorbitant prices.
Yeah, exactly. And
that's what we're seeing with everything now. Like PS5s are going for, I saw on Amazon, $1,600. Like,
yeah,
it's like,
just
what the fuck?
Ridiculous.
$1,600 for
every computer part. Okay, it's just ridiculous. We do have a bubble right now, but the problem is it is going to collapse, and these people are going to be locked in at their rates of like, oh hey, this car was. I had it for $50,000. I bought it for $50,000, and so I had to pay $50,000 this interest rate. But you know, in like 2 years, that same car and even a newer model is going to be half the price, right?
Yeah.
I mean, a new car, the average new car cost is $40,000, which most Americans can't afford a $40,000 car.
No,
it's insane. I mean, houses are going for ridiculous prices. You cannot find, like, in the area we are at, you cannot find like a decent house that is under $100,000 or $250,000. And I mean, just compared to 10 years ago, the average home was probably $150,000.
Yeah.
Like the average, like a decent home, probably $120,000, right? It's gone up almost 100% in the last 10 years. You know,
which is utterly insane and not sustainable.
Not sustainable at all. And it's going to collapse. It's going to collapse.
Yeah, it is. It really is. I mean, we're fucked regardless.
Yeah. We're gonna get to a story here, but I don't know if you have a story I can think of.
Do you have, because I feel like I've been.
No, okay. I mean, I can just tell my thing I was thinking about earlier. Yeah. I had a really embarrassing moment when I was in the middle school, but like there was a whole thought process. I want to kind of go off this. I might go off in a little tangent, not too long though. So Middle school, I had a German teacher, and we had to like fill out this packet of like all this fucking German work, right? Just one of those packets, and she gives it at the beginning of the week, and by the end of the week, you have to finish it, right? Nothing too crazy. But for me, I didn't give a fuck, and I was 7th grade, didn't know shit, and she was a decent teacher. Like I just wouldn't pay attention, wasn't really learning, and it didn't really get through to me, but whatever. So I was kind of going through it. On the back side, there's a crossword puzzle, and every time I would just put random letters, and she would always just look through, and then be like, okay, 4 out of 4, you're good, right? And so there's the one fucking time where she stops and looks at the back of the crossword puzzle, and it's just random stuff. And so I'm in front of the whole class at this point, and she's like, Patrick, what is this? These letters don't even make any sense. I was like, oh god, the words fucking feel so embarrassing. All the kids are looking at me laughing. My face is beet red. I'm like, I didn't mean to do it. I was like, I could cry right now. Like, oh, just the worst, most embarrassing moment. And she gave me a 0 on the whole thing, and I was like, I completely deserve that. And then every time she checked the crossword, and I'm like, god damn. But but that was my whole German experience. I wish I would have actually paid attention in German, because I'd love to speak some German. I know some German, Paul, but I don't know all the German. And like I can speak like tisch, and trinken. There you go. Good. No, I know basic words here and there, and some come back to me. I could probably survive in Germany for a little bit, but yeah, I'm not. I don't know. I wish I would have learned German. If I would have had the teacher I had freshman year throughout every year, I probably would speak fluent German right now. I'll probably be speaking fluent German. Alles gut. Ja. Ach ja. And I want to go to fucking Germany for Oktoberfest one year.
Yeah.
Because it just looks like this is a madhouse. It's like a Bavarian rave. That's the best way that I can describe it. It looks like insanity, dude. Like I definitely talked about this. So like there's a video of a guy doing coke out of a guy's dick skin. He's like, he did off a guy's dick or some shit like that. There's some fucking some people just fucking in like a tent, like in like a crowded tent. Like it's just a fucking party. I mean, it just seems like so much fun. I just want to be there to drink beer.
We're in the roaring 20s.
Yeah, the roaring 20s.
It's gonna be orgies all day
before the collapse of society and the Great Depression sinks in. I hope that doesn't happen, and we go into World War II, but World War III, and at least we'll be 50 when it happens. So
they probably want to play.
Yeah,
maybe
they may have to. And
they may have to.
Well, I mean, the older gents, will have to keep up.
This might be a Milan situation, and like the younger generation.
They might make I don't know. I wouldn't have any military experience, but I'd want to be like a Tom Hanks in Saving Private Ryan, just like I used to be a school teacher. You find out what he used to be. Like I used to be a dildo manufacturer. I don't know. I'm just joking. All right, Paul. Any words you want to go on? I mean, I don't want to tarnish the because last week I feel bad. I kind of tarnished the depth of the words that you guys said at the end, and I was like, eat ass every day. I'm not gonna do that anymore because you guys are very deep and heartfelt. You have nothing to say. Nothing. Even just like these small, like 2 words. Just think.
I'll say something that William Shakespeare once said. Love everyone, trust few, hurt no one.
Ooh, dude, I had a fucking good. God damn it! That just reminded me of something that I can't. I don't think I'll be able to fucking. Yeah, I don't know. Well, Paul, it's like, oh God, why can't I think of it? It's just a 2-word thing. It's like, ba-da-do. But I do. I can't think of it. I just heard it this week. I'm fucking. Oh, I have like God. I always forget the fucking quotes I have. Because there's so many good ones. I'm gonna get a good quote. I have like 30 of the best quotes that you possibly think of. There's just like such intelligent people, and fuck. I mean, I'll just go out on. I think I've said this before, and we 100% said this before in our top 10 TV shows. This is Frank Sinatra, "Live every day like it's your last." Because it might be, baby.
Well, it might be.
Yeah, you don't know when you're gonna fucking die. Well, Paul, this was fun. We got through it. I didn't make any notes.
Nope.
And I did a very poor Google search job, and I probably have to shit.
Yeah, I would say so because you it's acid.
All right. Well,
it seems like.
No, it was like 6,000.
It was.
Anyway, let's get the fuck out of here, Paul.
Yeah, let's please.
I love you.
Love you too.
Bye.